What's up, guys? So today we're gonna do my very first gunsmithing video, and it's not gonna be anything major. It's just simple stuff. For this firearm, we're gonna do kind of a review of it, a disassemble. We're gonna clean it. I've got some new product that I'm gonna try out on it. Then we'll do a reassemble. We'll talk about it a little bit. But what we're gonna be working with today is my carry pistol, which is a Polish Radom P64. It fires a 9x18 Makarov ammo, so a 9mm Makarov. The magazine holds 6 rounds. As you can see, the magazine is not in there. Chamber is clear. Well, doesn't show up on the camera very well. There you go. Chamber is clear. So to start with this one, let's talk about a couple of different things. So this is what I've always used for a cleaner. I've always just used this rim oil. I love it. It's great. It's Remington. You buy it at Walmart. It's cheap. Whatever. But I have some new product that I'm going to be using. It's called Tactical Honey. It's an all-in-one gun cleaner and oil. You guys can see that. This is kind of weird trying to show the camera backwards. But Tactical Honey is an all-in-one gun oil and cleaner. I've never been real crazy about doing it all together. I like to clean it then oil it, but we're gonna try this stuff out and see how it works. So for this weapon, in order to take it apart, so basically you grab the trigger guard, move it over to the side, grab the slide, pull it back, lift up, and then slide forward. That is it. That's all it takes to break this gun down. There's nothing more to it. As you can see, slide is here. This spring can be taken off. So now you're with this. And just to kind of give you an idea of how this is going to turn out, this has already been cleaned with the Remington rim oil, and now I'm going to clean it with this new stuff, this Tactical Honey, and see how this turns out. So, a couple patches here. I just use universal patches, rifle and pistol, make them to fit whatever size. I do use Q-tips for those hard to get places. This houses the little tools and stuff in it. I do have a brush that I like to use for cleaning out carbon that's gotten really gunked up in there. So we'll start with some patches, pull them out of the bag. Well, actually we're not going to start with cleaning with the patches, and these are cotton patches. These are not those flimsy little whatever that crap is. So when you're looking for your brush, you're going to use a 9mm. I do believe you can also use a 40, is it the 40 caliber? Yeah, you can also use the 40 caliber. This one is the 40 caliber. So I'll put this together. Always start by cleaning the barrel. Run it through there a few times, loosen up all the carbon. this is, there's always plenty of carbon. There we go. I didn't realize it was zoomed in any. We got the carbon broken up a little bit. So now we're going to take the brush back off, put it on the jag, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not a very technical person. I'm going to take a patch here. I'm going to feed it through. And use a dry patch first. Kind of clean out some of that loose carbon that we got into there. Like I said, this gun has already been cleaned with the Remington Rem Oil, so you're not going to see very much dirt on here at all. But I'm kind of surprised that we're getting any out of the dry patch. Okay, take that patch out. Load another patch into it. And with this one, we're actually going to take the Tactical Honey. Put a few drops of Tactical Honey onto the patch. A couple on each side. It actually is not supposed to take but just a couple drops of this stuff to do a complete cleaning. We'll run that through there. And it actually did get quite a bit of dirt out of there. Or carbon, not dirt. Junk. Whatever you want to call it. So, since it got all of that out of there, I'm going to do another one. Alright guys, so I stopped the video and ran a few more patches through. I didn't think you'd really want to watch that, but I've run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 patches through this until it finally got all of that carbon out of there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Q-tips and my wire brush. With my wire brush, I'm actually just going to go into the mag well, clean any of that out, clean off the feed ramp, kind of break this stuff up a little bit. Sides, anything in here that is not a part of the barrel. I like to take the small end of the wire brush and come right underneath the barrel here and clean inside here. Not all firearms are going to be that way, of course, but with this one it's the best way I know to clean underneath there. Or it works great. It may not be the best way to do it, but it works great. So this is the way I like to clean it. Clean up the guide rails. Some patches here. So I'm going to take and wrap Well, that's two. I'm going to wrap a patch around the small end of the wire brush. And I'm actually going to run, don't worry, that wasn't the hammer. I'm actually going to run this patch down into the mag well on the front side, on the back side, across the top, in the feed ramp. And as you can see, we're getting some carbon out of there. So now I'm going to wrap it around the bigger end. And that could easily be it. So now, with the Q-tip, I'm going to use some of this Tactical Honey. And I'm going to use the Q-tip and I'm going to cleave the feed ramp inside the mag well. Front wall, side walls, back wall, the whole 9 yards. Cleaning all that carbon out of there. Clean up the mechanics here. Spring, firing pin. Put the hammer back. Cleaning inside here. Clean up the guide rails. Everything on the inside, underneath the barrel, and as you can see, it's disgusting. Supposedly, now that I've gotten all of that done with this Tactical Honey, I should have no reason whatsoever. I shouldn't have any need for oiling or lubing this firearm. The Tactical Honey is supposed to take care of that. So this gun doesn't stay up just sitting anyways. This is used quite often, so I'm not necessarily worried about it sitting up and, you know, rusting or anything freezing up or anything like that. Alright. Well, there is the cleaning of my Polish Radom P64 receiver. For the slide, the only thing I really clean is kind of right up in here in the guide rails. I don't worry too much about the rest of it. It doesn't really harm the functionality of the weapon. So, and all I really do is so there's the slide. The slide is clean. Nothing to it. Next is the spring. So So, reassembly. On this weapon, there is, it's hard to see, but one end is smaller than the other in diameter. And I don't know if you can really tell on the camera. But this end is actually smaller than this end. The smaller end is the end that goes on first. So, and it's kind of a tight fit. So you just get that on there, slide it, shove it all the way down. On the slide, make sure you pull this back down. Have your hammer back, makes it a little bit easier. So on the slide, you take the spring and you set it into the muzzle of the slide. Pull it all the way back as far as you can. Lay the slide down and then let it slide forward. Move your trigger guard back over and you're good to go. So, for a review of this gun, this is my carry pistol. Like I said, it's a 9x18 Makarov. I love it. This was built in 1973, as you can see right there. I don't know how well you will be able to see this other side. I'll put a little bit of oil on it, see if maybe it'll help it pop out. But on this side, it actually says 9mm P64. And it's very hard to... Alright, so I apologize guys, but my camera died. So yeah, you can see it says Makarov, caliber Makarov 9mm by 18 P64. As you can see, serial numbers on the frame meet serial numbers on the slide. It is double action, single action. Now the double action is about a 25-pound pull. Single action, if you pull the hammer back, it's very light. It doesn't take much at all. I mean, you literally, it doesn't take anything. It's actually it's either 3.5 or 4 pound. So it's a very light trigger. But yeah, this is my carry pistol. Those are plastic. It does have a loaded chamber indicator on the back, right there. That's about it. The decocker mechanism, which I think we already talked about. And I've tested that out at the range to make sure that it will not actually fire. So yeah, that's my carry pistol. It's a Polish Radom P64, 9x18 Makarov ammo, 6-round capacity. It's not very light, but it's not super heavy. Magazine has pinky rest. Fits my hand great. To release the magazine, there's a little lever here. Just put it back, take the magazine out. Alright guys, that concludes the video of my carry pistol, disassembly, reassembly, cleaning, and review. This is the most accurate pistol I've ever shot in my life, even though the iron sights are horrible. And no, you're not adjusting them. And you don't need to. They're spot on. So, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on notifications if you want to see some more, and leave me some comments if you have anything to say about it. Thanks, have a great day.